Hey, welcome to the Create a Life That Is Beautiful podcast. I'm your host, Leticia Ringe, and this is the space to be for high vibe people looking to create a beautiful life and business. Let's do this. Welcome back to the podcast, my beautiful friends. I am Leticia Ringe, your host, and as always, it's such a pleasure to be here with you all today. Today, I'm recording this episode from Sayulita in Mexico. I am back here and I feel so good to be here. I love this place so much. I'm back in the same apartment I was in before I left to Mexico City. I have an incredible view, which I've been sharing on Instagram. My workspace is so beautiful. I'm so excited for all of our calls with our Mistress Mind members and my one-to-one clients and all of our future calls coming up because I have such a beautiful backdrop. It looks all beautiful jungly vibes, and I get to look out and see the most beautiful view of the mountains and just so much lush greenery and the sky, and it just makes me so incredibly happy. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I'm literally in a place which is like a really popular holiday destination, and my friends and I who are all here working, we were talking about the fact that this is a holiday for most of the people in this place who are not from this space. But for us, this is just our everyday life because we've integrated where we want to work and where we want to live with a life that allows us to live and work in that way. And that is what intentional living and lifestyle design is all about. And I feel so excited that here I am. I'm a multiple six-figure earner. I've got an amazing business. I've got an amazing team behind me. I've just had 6 weeks off. I'm now back to business. I feel excited. I feel nourished, and I get to work with the most amazing people, and I get to do it all in a way that works for me. And all of that has been a result of intentional lifestyle design. So what I wanted to talk about in today's episode is just that. Intentional lifestyle design and why it's so incredibly important as a foundation for your business. Now, the first thing I want you to know about this topic is that nobody can tell you what your life should look like. Nobody can tell you what is going to make you feel lit up, what is going to be a beautiful life to you, and what you need to thrive as a human in your life and as the CEO behind and for your business. Only you can know that. And we also change and we grow and evolve, which means what we actually want and need also changes and grows and evolves. So we have to constantly be checking in and asking ourselves, what do I need to thrive? And this is where my holistic business assessment, which really gets you to look at the different areas of your life, really helps as a regular check-in for your life and for your business. This is all about alignment. When we build a foundation for our business that allows us to create a business that allows you to thrive, you are setting yourself up for a sustainable, long-term business that can continue to grow and evolve with you. When you try to build something that you think will work, and then say, okay, well, I'll just get it up and running and then I'll tweak it later to work with how I want to operate as a human. That doesn't work because you create a beast that you then need to feed in a certain way, and it hasn't been built on a foundation that actually works for you. And this is why it's so important for us right from the get-go to look at, well, what does an aligned vision look like for you? What does an aligned every day of your life look like for you? What does it take for you to thrive? And then let's strategically build a business that allows you to build upon those terms. They're your lifestyle requirements, as I love to call them. So when you work with me, whether it's in Create Your Beautiful Biz or the Holistic Business Mistress Mind, we are working through this lens. We start off looking at your vision, your day-to-day, and what it takes for you to thrive personally, and then we build upon that and we create a strategy that takes all of this into account so that you are building in a way that is aligned for you. Now, this does not mean that your journey will be without challenges. It does not mean that it won't be hard sometimes. It will, because you are building exactly what you want. And for that reason, your mind is going to come in and tell you that you're doing everything wrong, that you shouldn't be able to have such an amazing life as the one that you're leading. And it will create problems for you because that is what the mind does. And it will do that to distract you, to keep you in your comfort zone, to stop you from really stepping into your power and living the expanded, joyful, inspiring, amazing life that is possible for you. But that's cool because over here, we know that mindset work is something that's really important as we grow and evolve in our businesses. So we know that when we've got mindset challenges, when they pop up, nothing's wrong here. This is just where we need to do our work to identify that, here is my mind doing this again. And we know that we need to have coaching support, which is why we become coaches and space holders, because we recognize how important it is to have other eyes on our mind. And then we use that support to help us see our blind spots. So we're always taken care of here. Intentional lifestyle design sounds really amazing and sounds like the dream, but it's important to know that there will be a lot of mindset and inner resistance towards that for all of the reasons I've just said. So I want you to know that if you're feeling or thinking thoughts like, well, that's good enough, that can work for you, but it can't work for me, or that's really nice, that's what I want, but it's not really realistic, or that's just not going to work with like the life that I have. I've got, a family or a partner or a job and or even like other people's expectations, and that's just never ever going to fly with them. All of that is your own fear projected onto other people and then used as an excuse from your mind not to step into your power. And that's totally cool. That's what our mind does. But what you want to do as a first port of call here is get honest with yourself. Really identify that this is my fear speaking. This is not my truth. This is my fear speaking. And then you want to ask yourself, do I want to operate and live my life from fear, or do I want to live and operate my life from abundance, which is love, which is the opposite of fear? Do I want to be an example of someone who is living my life from fear and scarcity, or do I want to live my life and be an example of someone living my life from love and abundance? Do I honestly believe that we have been put on this earth to have an experience where we are not able to live in the way that really allows us to thrive? Have we been put into this life and in this experience to really suffer and struggle? And I'm not saying that we'll never suffer or struggle, but is that the point of our existence? Have we been put here perfectly designed to be able to see ourselves, recognize our value and our power, and then contribute and co-create from that space? Or were we just put here with limitations and told, hey, the point here is just to try to get on with life with these limitations and try to always want something that you don't have so that you will suffer even more? Why would that be the point of our existence? Of course, we are all put on this planet to embrace our uniqueness, to be ourselves, to contribute from that space. And as soon as we stop fighting ourselves, as soon as we recognize that we're not all here to be the same person, as soon as we recognize that we're not all here to put ourselves into a box and a cookie cutter system so that we run like everybody else around us, as soon as we realize that what sets us apart from one another, what feels different, what is our uniqueness, what makes us stand out, what we feel most ashamed of, As soon as we recognize that that difference is our connection, is our abundance, is our contribution, is our service, is the point of this life and why we're in it with one another, as soon as we realize that, that is when life gets magnificent. And so what happens is we have desires. We have desires about the way we want to live. Our body will tell us what we need. We will have dreams and imagination. We will receive downloads and inspiration, creativity, and we will have these beautiful visions of what we most desire. It will come from our heart. It will be a yearning. It won't be something that is immediately fulfilled through a piece of chocolate cake or a drink or $1 or $1,000. It will be something that will be fulfilled over a period of time. The experience and the journey of fulfilling the outcome will be what makes us feel alive. It will not be the acquisition of the goal. It will not be the acquisition of the outcome. It will be the experience and what we learn and discover about ourselves in that journey. And so our desires are our markers. They show us where we need to turn. They show us what our uniqueness is. They show us what our purpose is. They show us who we are. They show us how to contribute. They show us what is abundance. They show us our power. And this, my beautiful friends, is what we are doing when we operate and approach our businesses through intentional lifestyle design. What do you need to thrive? What is your vision for your future? In as little or as much detail as you have, it really doesn't matter. What would a perfect day in your life look like? Start from the beginning of your day. How do you wake up? Where do you wake up? Who is around you? What are you doing? Then what do you do? Then what do you do? Then what do you do? Go hour by hour, minute by minute, walk through your day. And what is so incredible is that so many of the things that we want to do in our perfect days are things that we can do right now. Take, for instance, my life right now. My perfect day was waking up in a space filled with light, waking up at a time that I naturally wake up without an alarm, but my body naturally wakes up at that time. And then I look out and I see a beautiful view. I look out and I see nature. I look out and I'm able to smell the beautiful nature. The ocean is nearby. I have a balcony and I wake up and I meditate. I get myself into that energetic space that allows me to feel the love and connection and joy of everything around me exactly as I am in this moment. I sit in that beautiful energetic space and I take a big breath in, and I am so grateful and appreciative and in my abundance. And then I go into my day. I get to work with people who I feel so lit up to work with. I talk. A lot of my day is spent discussing. A lot of my day is spent teaching. A lot of my day is spent in conversation and connection with others. I am in my zone of genius. I am in flow. I get to work from home. I get to see the world. I get to travel. I get to have my partner with me, my friends, my family. I get to eat delicious, amazing food. I get to look after my body. I get to have massages and facials and really be able to enjoy the physical experience of my human existence. I move my body through yoga and dance. I'm able to create things that are just for me. I paint. I use my hands. I'm out with nature. I go for a walk. I have animals all around me. This is my perfect day. And all of this day was something that was available to me right now. As I record this episode, I am living so much of my perfect day. I would say all of it, although my partner isn't living here with me, but we are energetically connected, just in different physical locations. I'm living this. But the only way I was able to live this is because I was aware that this is what I want. I took the time and space to notice what lights me up. I took the time and space to notice when someone was embodying something that I desired, rather than blocking that awareness with jealousy or comparison. I looked to that person as inspiration. I asked myself, what is it about this person that is calling to me? What is it that my soul is yearning for? What is this person showing me? And then I went and created that for myself. If it was something I could not embody immediately, I asked myself, what support could I bring on to help me create that in my life? I invested in people who had created the things that I wanted to experience, and I used their experience to help me strategically place and position myself so that I could have exactly what I desired. That, my beautiful friends, is how I position myself to have a multiple six-figure business that is now scaling to 7 figures, that allows me to create the life that I desire, that has allowed me to travel the world and live in places that light me up, that allows me at the same time to save for my dream home that I have been energetically embodying for the past 18 months. I am creating my dream life while I live my dream life. And that is exactly what you can experience too. And it all starts with the awareness of what is that vision, what is that intentional vision that I am stepping into, and what is that perfect day that I can embody right now as I position myself for the vision of what is to come. What does it actually take for me to thrive? And this piece of the equation requires you to recognize when you're not thriving. It requires you, instead of criticizing yourself or telling yourself that you've done something wrong, to notice that, hey, right now, I'm not thriving. I don't feel spiritually fulfilled right now, or creatively, or mentally, or financially, or emotionally, or physically. I don't feel like I'm thriving in one of these 6 areas. So when did I last feel like I was thriving? What can my past experience tell me about what it means for me to thrive? If what actually allowed me to thrive once upon a time is now no longer allowing me to thrive, what can I experience and experiment with in the now, in the present moment, to bring that thriving feeling into my life? How can I see the moments when I don't feel aligned or that I'm not thriving as just as important information for me to help me thrive and feel aligned? How can I take regular times to check in and assess, am I actually still thriving right now, holistically, looking at these 6 areas in my life: physically, mentally, emotionally, creatively, spiritually, financially. And when I'm not fully thriving in these areas, what is it that would help me to elevate that area? How can I have this awareness without judging myself and telling myself I'm doing something wrong? How can I use this to help me live the intentional, beautiful, abundant life that I came here to live? How can I make sure that this awareness is and has a space in the way I run my business? Can I be adaptable and flexible enough as the CEO of my business to allow myself to live in flow, to be flexible when something is no longer aligned or allowing me to thrive? Can I have that power and responsibility as not only the CEO of my business, but also the CEO of my life? And can I use that responsibility to allow me to step into my power? Or will I let my mind and my fear lead the way and tell me this is as good as it gets? This is all you can have. No, things can't get any better. Or it's about time that you had it down because you know what? Things have been too good. This is what happens. What goes up must come down. Can I open up to more beauty and wonderfulness and surrender to the fact that my life gets to be my own, that every day I get to discover more amazingness about myself. Every day I get to see more clearly the life that I am in and the life that I am creating. Every day I get to open up more and more to my abundance, to my power, to my purpose. Every day I get to hold a little bit more of the life that I am living because I am in deep gratitude and appreciation for it. I celebrate my life because I know that I am not living in fear. I will always have more to celebrate, and in fact, the more that I do celebrate, the more abundance and amazingness comes into my life and into my business. What I appreciate appreciates. And so, yes, I do get intentional. Yes, I do get specific about what it takes for me to thrive. Yes, I do dream, and yes, I do have a vision. I'm okay with being disappointed because I know that my life is manifesting every single day. In every single way, I am moving one step closer to that life that I have been dreaming about. And the journey getting there is one that I have chosen. It's one that I love, that I enjoy, and that I am inspired by. The journey is beautiful as well as where I'm going. That, my beautiful friends, is how we build our businesses. We build on the foundation of alignment. And alignment is all about intentional lifestyle design. And there are those three elements. We have our vision, what we're dreaming about, those bigger pieces that we strategically position ourselves towards. Then there is the day-to-day. What is my perfect day and how can I embody that right now? And then there is what actually allows me to thrive across those 6 areas of what it takes for me to holistically thrive as a human being. This is what we build our business upon, and this is how you ensure that you create a life and a business that is beautiful to you. It's the foundation for any sustainable, impactful, 6-figure business. This is where we start. And so today I want to encourage you all to begin answering these questions and saying yes to your desires because they are there for a reason. You have been gifted them as a marker for where you're being called to next. Let's all embody what we want, and let's embody our uniqueness by simply being ourselves and saying yes to those desires. All right, my beautiful friends, this is all for today. I am going to invite all of you who would love support as you build your businesses to, if you're starting a business for the first time, put your name on the wait list for Create Your Beautiful Biz at leticiaringe.com/CY CYBB. We will have enrollment opening very soon. And if you already have a business and you're ready to take your business to 6 figures and beyond and step into next level leadership, impact, and your 6-figure CEO mindset, join us in the Holistic Business Mistress Mind. You can find all of the details at leticiaringe.com/mistress mind. Okay, my beautiful friends, you have a beautiful day. If you'd love to contribute to the conversation, take a screenshot of you listening to this episode right now and then come and share with us over on Instagram at Leticia Ringe. I love you all, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye. Hey, if you're ready to create your very own purpose-driven business too, I invite you to check out my online program, Create Your Beautiful Biz. You'll learn how to create a business that allows you to make your difference and thrive. Just head over to www.leticiaringe.com/CYBB. Let's make creating a business beautiful. I'll see you there.